Hello and welcome to our channel. We are so glad that you are here with us today. Our aim is to provide you with engaging and informative content. If you enjoy what you see, please consider giving us a thumbs up or even a heart to show your support. Your feedback is incredibly important to us, so we encourage you to leave comments. Whether it's a question, suggestion, or any concerns, we want to hear from you. We value your input and will do our best to respond. We appreciate your presence here and are excited to share our content with you. So sit back, relax, and we will get started shortly. Thank you for being part of our community. Are you ready to get started? It's time to commence our program. We have a structured outline designed to guide our session effectively. I hope you're prepared to engage and participate actively. Your involvement is crucial for a fruitful discussion. We will explore various themes that are intended to enhance your understanding and provide practical insights. I encourage you to ask questions and express your thoughts throughout our time together. Let's aim for a productive and enlightening experience. So without any further delay, let's get started and make the most of our time together.
Bam. Let's try this again. Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. As you can tell by my border tonight, we're celebrating Thanksgiving still in this house. Especially with the turkey and turkey comas. Whenever you eat turkey and stuff for the fifth time, you take naps, and that's what I've been doing all day is eating and sleeping. So, hello and welcome. If we could just take a second here, get rid of that banner now. If we could just take a second for people to say hello and all that good stuff, and just share a few things with you guys. We have been silent here on the page for a bit, and it wasn't by design. It wasn't by sitting together with everybody and saying, "Hey, let's go dark on Pray for America page." It's a season of change. It's a season of revamping things, if you would. It's a season of listening to God and praying and going in the direction that He's taking us, and where I feel that we're going, and where He's directing us, if you would. When Amy and I started this thing, she made a comment, "I will not put nothing on the page unless I'm directed by God," and that's where we're at. We want to wait on God's direction. And today I was thinking this is the word gratitude, and I'm not talking about the Brandon Lake song Gratitude. I'm talking about true, genuine gratitude. If you're, by the way, if you're watching this, if you would say, "Hey, Amy's making comments," say hello in the comments, or thumbs up or something. Let us know that you're watching. It's pretty hard to just talk to a camera with no one, to be honest with you. Although I do love to talk. But what do I mean by gratitude? What are we thankful for? We just yesterday in the United States, we celebrated a thing called Thanksgiving. Is it just a day anymore to get together with family? Is it just a day anymore to have the day off and watch the Macy Christmas parade? Or is it just a day off to sit and watch football games? Or is it just a day anymore to have the day off? Or is it truly still a day to be thankful? And if we are, what are we thankful for? I made a post the other day about what are we thankful for. And that post is more for me than for you. That post was more for to make me think than to read your response. And I love Carol's response about her cancer. One person commented about their Christianity and being saved, and another person commented about Jesus. And I love those comments. But are we really thankful? I And so I started thinking, give thanks with an open heart. Give thanks, to the one who loves us most. And what are we truly thankful for? Are we thankful when we get a pay raise at work? But are we still in the same thankfulness when our paycheck is down to zero? Our bank account is down to nothing after paying our bills. Are we still thankful for the good, even in the bad? 10 weeks ago, 11 weeks ago, our car went down, and we've been without the car, our Jeep now for 10 weeks. And thank God for a good friend who's loaned us a vehicle. But are we truly thankful? And what I mean by that is we miss our car. We want our car back. But we're so thankful that Robert Vanessa said, hey, we have this extra, take ours. I got a gift card from my work to Kroger. And we could have put up gift card in our positive column, or we have this column. But I gave it to Amy. I said, Amy, we could either take this gift card and keep it for ourselves, or we can and give it away. And neither one of us thought for a second of keeping it for ourselves. Let's give it away. And we were so thankful that we were able to do that. But the person that came out of my mouth was the same person that came out of her mouth. And we just felt that it was time. It was God directing us. And as we called the person and said, hey, I don't know where you're at. I don't know how to get up with you. But if you come here, we have a $50 gift card for you. And that person came to our house and told us I was on my way to the grocery store to spend money that I did not have in order to buy some groceries for my family. Man, that's right there, guys. Man, I was on my way to the store to buy groceries for my family. with money I did not have. I'm telling you, my friends, that kind of confirmed something for us. As some of you know, we take care of our first responders. Amy and I we met. A lot of people ask me how we met, but go ahead and share this with you. 6 years ago, in my hometown, our hometown of Fayetteville, North Carolina, there was a homeless feeding, a complete Thanksgiving dinner. And all through the planning of this, I was all involved with it. I was all, man, I love, like Amy just said, I love Thanksgiving. But I was following what on my heart, what God wanted to do. And at 11th hour, I had to walk away from it. The event still happened, and God still blessed the event. But in that process of putting this event together, there's a young lady in Parkton, North Carolina, which is a suburb of Fayetteville, who had extreme anxiety issues. She had to make green bean casserole, not because of she felt that what she wanted to do. It's one of the moments where you're going to make green bean casserole, not if you want to or if you desire to. There was no choice. She had to make green bean casserole. And her budget did not include green bean casserole. But thank God, God's plan is better than someone's budget. We began to talk. We became friends. And today, that young lady, younger than me lady, is Amy. And so Thanksgiving is important to us. Thanksgiving is a special time for us. And so we started 2 years ago, two Thanksgivings ago, to show our gratitude and take our Thanksgiving dinner. You know, we're both come from big families, and we don't have a big family here, just Amy and I. And we decided to take our Thanksgiving dinner and share it with the first responders. Talking with our good friend David Meek, y'all know him from Ragamuffin Sons and being on the page. They decided to pitch in and help. And so we put our baskets together and our foods together, and we go over. Yesterday we was given a card, a thank you card. And to an average person, like, man, thanks. Thanks for the card. But as we was leaving, dropping off the ham and the turkey and the cranberry sauce and the deviled eggs and the mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and all the food, Amy started reading this card and the thank you notes. And man, I don't know what this says. I heard what she said. Yeah, you're right, Amy. I forgot about the drivers at the yard stuck on Thanksgiving. What she's talking about, we took our food and took it to the CRST driver's lounge. But she's reading this card to me last night, coming back. And I hate to say this because I'm sure that some of those guys and gals will watch this, if not right now, but later on. When Amy's reading this card to me, all I heard was blah, 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 blah. Not bad mouthing Amy when I say that. That's what I heard. Because as she was telling me this, God was telling me something different. I felt such at peace. You know, it wasn't one of the moments as look at me and look what I did. It was one of those moments where I was truly grateful. I was truly thankful that even in our storm of our car being in the shop, and even in the storm of trying to get a bill paid for Amy's dental work done, and even as a storm of getting our own household bills paid, we were able to provide a complete Thanksgiving meal for 30 total strangers. And one comment that I remember, and I read back when I read the card, and man, but the emotions were trying to take over me. And as I'm sitting there holding back from just busting loose, one person, one comment that stuck me was, I like food. I like food. Amy's having fun now because I said blah, 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 blah. But how many times are we truly in tune and truly in touch with God? When God does something, we can say, I truly love Jesus. I truly love God. How many times, even in the storm, even when you don't know where it's going to happen next, you see, we're not blessed enough to have a huge storehouse. We have to rely upon God. We have to trust in God. We have no choice but to say, here I am. See, our faith is too small to not trust in Him. Failure is not an option. We refuse to lose. We refuse to step back. We refuse to say, well, no, must not have been in my budget, must not have been God's plan. We don't fall into the lies that so many have been raised on. This, it only happens to the good person. It only happens to the nice. I didn't get it because God don't love me. My friends, maybe you're going through something. Maybe you're saying, man, I really need to win. if Jesus Christ is the Lord of your life, if Jesus Christ is your Savior, if Jesus Christ is your life, you've already won. We have a saying around here. We have a saying in these necks of the woods. And y'all have heard me say it 1,000 times, if I hadn't said it once. We don't go to Walmart unless Jesus goes with us. Even Wednesday, we could have went to the local grocery, and we just about went to the local grocery. But Amy says, let's go to Walmart so we can get some pet supplies. Some other things that Walmart carry that the local store don't. Well, not for the same price. And as we're walking into Walmart, man, it was cold, it was damp, it was a nasty day. Amy says, hey, I'm gonna run to the restrooms. And when she says I'm gonna run here, I stay where we're at so she'll know where to come back to. And I'm standing there, I see a lady walk past. She didn't see me, and she was shopping, and I knew who this was, and I waited for Amy to get back, and I said, hey, I gotta go see somebody. And and he was like, who? And I call them squirrel moments where you can be walking down the aisle, and they was like, oh, there's something over here. Pew, there she goes. And I go back and reel her back in, and she'll come back and say, oh, we need this. Pew. And I've lost her a few times, and I'm trying to keep up with her. She's trying to keep up with me, and I'm trying to find somebody that I seen, and she don't know who I saw. Then we see this lady again, and that lady was our former pastor, Tony Malika's wife. And Tony had just passed, and this is her first Thanksgiving without her husband. And we sat down, we talked for a few minutes, and we loved on Rebecca, and Rebecca loved back on us, and it was such a divine moment. We don't go to Walmart unless Jesus goes with us, and he met us that day again. Man, we are so grateful for what he's done in our lives and who he's put in our lives. In the same token, we are so grateful for the ones he removed from our life. That's just, but so what are some of the things that you guys are grateful for? What are some of the things that you have the gratitude for? I made a comment on Facebook I don't know if it's my personal page or the pray page. I thank God every day for what he's done in my life and who he has given me in my life. You know, I give him thanks every day for you. I give him thanks every day for what he's given us through the pray page. And I look back at the outlets that we're on, the TikTok and the YouTube, and I'm sorry, somebody I know now, the YouTube, and we don't do much on Instagram anymore. I thank God for that. I thank God for people that are just a teenager that we saw raise up. And now went off to college and still serving God. I look back at the memories. I remember setting my phone on a TV, on a cookie jar, doing our conversations when we first started. And now we can broadcast on 3 different platforms at the same time. I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful. Man, when Amy and I first moved here 5 years ago, we had no friends. It had to be God bringing us here. I'm telling you. And he provided, yeah, those middle of the night conversations. Driving my truck, setting my phone on the dash, and just having a conversation. Been many nights I miss those. But we moved here. We had no friends. It had to be God bringing us here. And it provided everything that we needed in this little 2-bedroom apartment that we call our home. If something would happen, I could be anywhere in this town in 15 minutes by foot. If anything would happen. But we made friends, people, and I'm not going to start naming people we know because it will just really, it would upset me if I forgot one. But to call people we have as friends. I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful for people like Chris Robinson. You know, I say, well, who's Chris? Chris is the movie director, producer, writer of many movies that's out. He's an author of many books that are out. When you're around Chris, you go around Chris hoping to build his faith. He just had a leg amputated, and Amy and I, we went to the rehab center where he was going through rehab, recovering from having his leg thrown in the trash. And was going to boost him up. Yeah, he just released some title. We'll share this with you. But he was going to build him up. And we walked out of there in tears, him building us up. Chris, how you doing? Well, God's got me down for a reason, Dave. And you know, for the past 6 months that I've been here, I've been able to give my movie out, Jackson's Run. It's an older movie. Y'all watch it. I've been able to give my movie out, and I've been able to tell people about Christ, and I've been setting this thing up, and I get to show my movie in the jailhouse, the prison systems around the country. Over 600,000 people are going to see Jackson's Run and hear about Christ in October. I'm so excited because although I'm down and I lost my leg, I get to write new books and I get to write new scripts and you know I get to do this. I'm like, wow, dude. I have 2 functional legs. I have a functional body. And I'm just looking forward to get home, get on my couch. you lost a leg and haven't slowed down. Spend 5 minutes with Chris or his wife Teresa. Oh my God, they're two peas in a pod there, my friends. There are good people. Chris put Amy and I in a movie, America's Prayer, that he did along with Amy's son, Hunter. And it's not a speaking part, it's just a 3-second clip of us praying at an altar. We through through our friend Joel Jackson, we've been in videos. Now mind you, I'm not bragging when I say this, but God put us in an area where we had no friends. And now we can say we've been in a music video. We've been in a movie. We've been on a reality TV show. We're here not because we want to be here. We're here because God has put us here. We were talking the other day, and I think Amy was halfway joking that we could really go anywhere. No, she mentioned Evansville. Amy has friends and family in Evansville. And I made a comment that we don't know anybody there or something, and we're established here. Next weekend, some of our friends from a Christian group called Level Ground are having a concert. Let me do it like this. Let me see if I can do it like this. No. Some of our friends are having a concert. I don't know if they'll do it. They're doing a Christmas celebration and toy drive locally here at the Gathering Place. And we are so looking forward to this event right here. We are so looking forward to this. Not because it's Level Ground, not because it's toy drive. It's not because of Carla or Steve or anybody or it's not about, we're not excited because we get to see our friends and Mike and Diane or Donald or Mary or whoever. We're excited because we get to get together and celebrate the birth of our Christ with like-minded folks. Man, what gratitude do we have that we can get together in a town in the United States and openly share Jesus Christ. Yeah, Uncle Mike, that's a funny story. Mike LeDuc was the manager for a group called Grace at 11. He would take care of the bookings and all the behind the scenes stuff for a group. Steve Hanks was a guitar player. Because of unfortunate circumstances and so forth, Grace at 11 had to disband. But we brought them to our church, Grace at 11. Man, I miss those guys. And jokingly, I told the kids, make sure you're nice because Uncle Mike will be here. And that name has stuck, Uncle Mike. And yeah, we could level Uncle Mike next week. Steve Hanks. his wife suddenly passed. I don't know, Steve was married. Been married for over 20 years, I imagine. His wife got sick. Went to the hospital and died. Steve is the director of a recovery center here in the Louisville area. When I say recovery, I'm not talking about medically recovery. I'm talking about drug recovery, liquor, alcohol recovery. And Steve, when his wife died, man, gonna miss her, but God needed her. So we get love on some Steve next week. We get love on some Carla next week, who had major cancer surgery. We get to hang out with David Sloan tomorrow night. A Christian illusionist is coming here, a friend of ours. We're honored and blessed to be able to hang out with him for a few hours tomorrow night. See, we're both wrestling nuts, and there's a pay-per-view, and well, we get together and we watch them. We get to hang out with people like David Meek and his wife Martha. Keep Martha in your prayers. You guys have seen, I'm sure, the clips, the TikToks, and the reels, and the threads, and the things, and the whatevers, and the whoever's of Joel Jackson worship. Amy calls him her redheaded stepchild. This folks that mean so much to us are the ones that hurt like us, are the ones that say, but God. My friends, will you join me tonight? Will you join with us tonight in saying, no matter what comes my way, no matter what hits me, no matter what storm I'm going through. Somebody said one day, well, the devil don't talk to me. I said, because you're going in his direction. But would y'all agree with me? Y'all agree with us that no matter what we're going on in our life, no matter if we're on top of the mountain or down in the valley, no matter where we're at, that we'll have the gratitude and we'll have the gratefulness, and we'll give God praise and honor and glory and everything that goes on, because he says he will never leave us nor forsake us. He says that he'll always carry on the palm of our hand. And when the storms got rough, with the story of Job, God was still there. Sometimes we have to go through Jonah and the well. Sometimes we have to go in that direction in our own life. But even when we go in that direction, God is still there. in Matthew or Mark when Jesus is there. Mark is telling the story of Jesus walking on the water, and he saw his disciples in the storm. It says, "I was intended to walk past." Why was Jesus intended to walk past? Because he knew the plan. He knew where it's going. He knew where you're going to end up. He knew where they were going to end up. So, my friends, know where you're going to end up. Know God's plan. And know He'll never leave you. He'll never turn His back on you. He's always there. I'm a perfect example. He's always there. My friends, we love you. We appreciate you. And as we say all the time, and we mean this at the bottom of our hearts, we thank God for His scars. Because His scars.
Because your scars give mine a meaning.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us during this meaningful time together. We truly appreciate your presence and engagement. Our mission is to make Jesus famous in every aspect of our lives. If you feel that you need support in your relationship with Jesus, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to assist you and would love to have a conversation with you about your faith journey. If you have made the decision to accept Jesus tonight, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and welcome you to the family of God. This is a significant step, and we are excited for what lies ahead in your spiritual journey.